Hey there, my name is Rohit Kumar and I'm back with a new journal. And today we are going to discuss about another important journal of Elsevier, and that is none other than computer communications. Computer communications, it is in actual an international journal for the computer and telecommunication industry. As you can see here on its homepage, that there are two kinds of publication options. And here you can go for the open access or the subscription based. As usual, like other journals, there are multiple links to track your paper, guide for authors, ordering journals, etc. Coming to the editorial board, we have numerous members from Italy itself. There are 33 editorial board members from Italy. United States are having a number of 28, China 25, France 20, Germany 11, Spain 9, India is having 8, UK 6, Australia 5, Canada 5, Singapore 5, Switzerland 5, Brazil 4, Greece 4, Sweden 4, and there are so many others. Okay, so in this way, we can say a very long editorial board members list. Okay, I think almost 100 around. So in this way, you can see that how important this journal is. There are so many people engaged and actively contributing towards its successful implementation. Okay, so going back and let's see what are the other things. So the general site score is 5.5, impact factor is 3.167 as of now, and the top readership comes from China, India, and US. Okay, so you can imagine that most of the works are also coming from these countries, and the average review time is 10.3 weeks. Publication usually takes 1.4 weeks. So in this way, it's a quite good journal, but review time is bit more, means in comparison to other journals, means ideally, because normally whatever is written over here, that is the bare minimum time. Then going to the recent articles, so you can have a glimpse that currently means on what type of journals they are focusing on. So here you can see that novel crypto system, means cryptography is going to be the focus of current publications in computer communications. Then your MIMO and the beginner wireless sensor networks, then UAVs. Okay, so by seeing the latest published articles in a particular journal, you can have a basic idea that what type of content that is being focused on. Okay, so the journal is currently focusing on this type of area like low latency services, 5G, then deep reinforcement learning, then machine learning, etc. Okay, so we'll discuss about this type of things, means what are the focus areas or the research topics in this journal in detail a bit later. Okay, currently just take a brief overview of everything, whatever this journal offers. Okay, now the most downloaded articles. So here you can see that deep learning is very much in fashion nowadays. Additionally, the UAVs and AI. So I think the same thing kind of deep learning, AI, and UAV, and UAV are again having some kind of ML or DL algorithms to detect things in a better way. So in this way, AI and DL are the main focus of the authors, because those are the most downloaded, means the audience is bit or more attracted towards the deep learning and AI based approaches. Then what are the most cited? So you can see again the top-notch technologies like blockchain and IoT, then AI, machine learning, path planning techniques for UAV. Okay, bit similar things. Then and the special issues, Plumex metrics, open access articles you can have from here. And coming to the call of papers, audio, video, slides, awards, everything is available here like a normal Elsevier journal, and you can explore everything as per your requirement. Then some of the news and announcements, and finally the Mendeley dataset information. Okay, going up again and going to explore that what are the open access support in this journal. So as you can see that again 540 articles were published in 2020, and out of those 529 were subscription based. So in this way, very less percentage of open access, but still maintaining a very good impact factor, 3.167. Then coming down, China is topping the list, and you can see that 551 authors actively have contributed, and it is the Venn diagram sort of thing here. You can see that it is the biggest set from China, then India, and then here it is USA. Okay, so US. Then the author's resources are given here. If you are interested in the details, means how to write the papers and how to manage the bibliography, etc., then the Mendeley Research Academy Guide for Authors, language editing services, translation services, these sort of things can be quite useful for you. Then finally, you can also manage your research data with the research options with Elsevier. And I think there is nothing more to discuss at the home page. Okay, so let's move on to the SCI Mago, and we'll see that what are the other details that it offers. So it has a very good H index that is of 105. Okay, so definitely if you have a chance to publish in computer communications, go for it. Then it's a Netherlands journal and has a single track. It's very rare that a journal is constantly focusing on a single track, or there are no multiple quartiles. Okay, so it is a pure computer science journal specifically focusing on computer networks and communications. So if you get your work published in this particular journal, then it's very good. As I usually tell, that impact factor is the thing you need to consider, but not only impact factor, you should consider the Q1 ranking, means quartile ranking also. So Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. But in addition to Q1, Q2 and H index, you should also see the most important thing, that is indexing. Means your journal should be SCI or SCIE indexed. Okay, science citation indexing. But if you are having only a single track, that is also a very important factor of our journal. Why it is so? Because your journal is focusing only in a particular direction, means it is very specific to computer networks and communication. For example, if your work is published in FGCS and your another work is published in computer communication, FGCS has total 3 quartiles, means 3 tracks, if I remember correctly. And that is a bit focused towards a theory as well as the multimedia, sorry, not multimedia, but the futuristic tools and applications. But here you can see it is totally dedicated towards the network and communication. So if your research is of network and the futuristic communication based, then I think computer communications is a better suit for your research than FGCS. Okay, so in this way, you should target the journals which are totally related to your research, and it gives some more impact to your research, because you can claim that yes, my work is accepted by a journal which is totally targeting the research in this particular direction. Okay, then moving forward, as a number is given over here, if you want to search for better search, then the journal covers a very vast range from 1978 to 2020, and some of the common links are given here. Then going down here, you can see that currently it is running as Q1 journal. Okay, so as per the SCI Mago 2020 ranking, it's a Q1 journal. Then what are the related journals? Okay, so very quite similar, means computer networks, that is also a Q1 journal and very top-notch journal of Elsevier, and it's almost having the similar scope. That's why its similarity index is 88%. Okay, then wireless communication and mobile computing is having 81, ad hoc networks 81, and IT networks again 81%. Okay, so if your work is not getting published, or somehow you couldn't publish here, then I think computer networks and these journals are very good choices. Then coming down here, the total number of documents, you can see a sharp rise came after 2019. Yeah, from 183 journals in 2020, a whopping amount of 616 journals. Okay, in 2020, and let's see in future how it performs. Okay, and then the SGR metric is being shown in graph form here also. 0.6 to 7, it came down a bit in comparison to 2019. Okay, then total citations and the self citations. So here you can see that the self citations are very less. Okay, it means the outside citations are very high, and that is a very good thing for a particular journal. That's why computer communications reputation is so good. Okay, and the external citations per document, you can see it's almost mapping to the same line like citations per document. Okay, means the same thing. This thing is being related to this. Okay, so in this way, if it is very close to this, means the external citations per document is almost equal to the citations per document. It's there are very less fake citations. Fake means it's kind of self-citation. I should not say fake citation, but many times authors deliberately practice this thing that they do cite their own papers multiple times in their repetitive works. So those sort of things are less here. Means the review panel gives a focus on these sort of things also, that how many non-required means unrequired citations are there, and perhaps it's a good policy. Okay, then the citations per document with respect to last 4 years, 3 years and 2 years are given over here, and you can see that with respect to last 2 years it's quite high. Okay, in last 2 years and the jump is very high, and it is especially because of last year, means 2020, not on about 2019, because in 2019 it was, you can see, 183, but because of 2020 it came almost equal to last 3 years citations. Okay, so coming down, international collaboration is also very good. Okay, here you can see 44% was in 2018, now it is going down, but still at 2018 it was really good. Then citable documents, you can see those are almost every document is citable. There is a very less number of work that is non-citable. Okay. Then I think I'm not clear about this thing. Means if you people do know, please let me know in comments below that what is non-citable, because I think most of the almost, if it is a very good journal, as I know, it's a Q1 SCI indexed and having a very good impact factor also. So people are usually get interested in this particular journal, and every document is citable. Why it is non-citable, I don't know. Okay, what is the point of this non-citable documents, that is 21 and 2070? So we'll explore this fact later, and if you do know, please comment below. Then the cited documents, 562 here you can see, and the uncited is good. Okay, that is quite understood, but non-citable, that we need to explore. Okay, so overall means without going much into details, as I tell in my every video, means if you want to get a basic information, you're not interested in much details, that whether the journal is Q1 or not, just drag down, see this widget, and here you can see whether it's a Q1 or not. If it's Q1, then it's good. If it's Q2 also, then also it's fine. Means you should choose a journal that is of your research track. And that's why computer communication is very good for networking and communication people. So I think we should close this basic detailing here, and now I'm going to discuss some of the very basic facts about this journal, like what is the kind of authors response around the world. So as per my data at my side, around more than 8,000 researchers are actively working, and those are from more than 100 plus countries. Especially the traffic comes from China, US, means North America, and then from India, Australia, and then Russia and European countries. In Africa also, means some of the countries are actively doing work, but most of the traffic is from China and the USA and India. Then what are the research focus? Research focus is very important, because when we say we are having a particular work and should we communicate to a journal, then research focus comes into picture. So with respect to computer communications, what are the key research focus areas? So those are computer networks, electronic businesses, telecommunication engineering, digital sociology, cryptography, multimedia, very large scale integration. Now again, means with respect to very large scale integration, at what level you are implementing. Means if you are too much oriented towards electronics, then I think this journal might not be suitable for you. But if you are a bit oriented towards the computer communications and networking, then I think it's very good for you. Okay. Then parallel algorithms, distributed computing, history of computer science, if you are interested in kind of surveys, because computer communication accepts the surveys also. Then the parallel computing, operating systems, systems engineering, ubiquitous computing, and the wireless networks, and the wireless sensor networks, multimedia systems, wireless ad hoc networks, etc. Okay. Now, what are the keywords? Means while defining the topic of your research work, you need to be certainly focused towards the keywords. Means many times people do observe and do wonder that what is the importance of keywords. It's not only to search your work. It is also about that what is the focus of your research and how specifically you are going to address this need of searching a journal. So if a journal's top keywords are matching with your domain, then I think that journal is quite suitable for you. So the top keywords from computer communications, those are multicast communication, wireless network communication, then multimedia communication, computer networks, network congestion, medium access control, local area network, multicast routing, Internet of Things, wireless LAN, wireless WAN, differentiated services, distributed computing, 802.11, that's the IEEE standard. Then performance analysis, resource allocation, data communication, distributed queue management, etc. Okay, so I hope most of the things you must have understood that what type of things are related to computer communications journal. And lastly, means as I have already discussed that more than 100 plus countries are actively involved in this search, and they are publishing their work with computer communications. So what are the some of the top universities? So and they include University of Ottawa, then French National Center for Scientific Research, then University of California, Nanyang Technological University, University of Cheng Kung University, National Cheng Kung University, then Institute of Information and Telematics, then Shanghai Jiaotong University, University of Pisa, etc. Okay, so these are some of the top universities. And in addition to these universities, there are multiple other universities also, which are actively doing research. Now, when we say that so many different research focuses, so many different keywords we have already discussed. So what are the, means if you want to analyze the content types, means how specifically you can categorize the total content or the whole content of computer communication. So computer communications is a kind of divided, means it is specifically focusing in the area of computer science. And in computer science, it is focusing on computer network. Means that there is always a subset theory. There is a superset, then subset, then subset. So similar way, if you are from computer science, then computer communications become a suitable journal for you. And if you are working in computer network, then it is more suitable to you. Okay, and then if you are in wireless networks, means which is the current trend in networking industry, because most of the networks are going wireless, so that becomes more useful. Okay, so in this way you should search. Then in engineering, then electrical engineering and telecommunications, that is very much suitable. From sociology point of view, digital sociology is very good focus of this journal. Then from business point of view, there is the electronic business concepts. Okay, so in this way you can explore your content. You can have a kind of brainstorming to decide whether you want to publish or you want to go with computer communications or not. Okay, so I hope this video must have helped you. And in any way, if you feel that there are some of the content that is not covered in this video, please let me know. We'll discuss that definitely. And please comment below and whatever suggestions you have. Okay, thanks for watching this video and happy learning.